Hello, trading has closed on April 7th, 2025. As always, we'll do our disclaimer first, go over our calls, and then give our predictions. Please remember, my calls can be wrong. Trade at your own risk. Also, that I had no time today to do my analysis. I was traveling all day long. I've spent about 5 minutes on this, and anyone wanting to risk money should be aware I just haven't had much time to do any analysis. The last call we had was over the weekend. We said when there's a headline story in the newspaper about the crash that the low's in, the next bar on futures was a collapse, and that was the low. So it wasn't exactly what I said, but it was the next bar was the low. And then we had a recovery. This is a pattern with the early high. There it is. Usually closes near the high or collapses. Neither one happened, but futures are way up as I'm recording this, so I'm going to assume that tomorrow's open is going to substitute for today's close and that we're going up. We crossed one more target off the list, 48.78.78. It took really a year and 2 months plus for this to print, but there's support right under the target. We now have only one target from last year which didn't print. If it never prints, I'm going to forgive that, but maybe it will. And now we're down to one target from last year which didn't print. During the day, MEJT gave a buy signal but printed the minimum target immediately. Nothing says we have to stop at the minimum. This is bar number 12 of DeMarc's countdown on his combo buy signal. These things don't have to go to completion, and the last bar can finish early and doesn't have to obey all the rules. So I don't know if I count it as complete here, but any sign of weakness is enough to give a buy signal by his criteria. But again, it doesn't have to go to completion at 13 bars. And they don't have to be in a row. I mean, you can have it much later if there's a retest. I haven't looked at this other one yet. Well, we're still one bar under the TDST line, and that's support. We're also one bar completely under the lower band. On the weekly chart, we don't stay there long as a rule. Well, let me show you one more thing. This is the volume spike on futures. These occur at lows. When you're over 3 million contracts, you might not pinpoint the low to the day, but it usually comes darn close. So Tuesday's pattern has the early high, which doesn't tell us where we open. Reversal from the lows today should mark a significant bottom. I had no time to do analysis, traveling all day. I might not be fully in tune with what's going on till the weekend. But when you see those headlines in the newspapers, you can be pretty certain, high degree of confidence, you're within a day of a bottom. And I think that's what happened here. And that's today's call.